up, y'all? Welcome back to the Sunshine Way. I am your lovely host, Chiya, and welcome back to my channel where we become better teachers, better dancers, and live a life of light and let our light shine. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving y'all 3 dancer habits. Yes, that's right. You heard right. 3 dancer habits that changed my life, that has literally took me within almost a year and transformed my life. Things that I have done over time, over years, that have changed me as a dancer, and that I truly deep in my heart, y'all. And this from one dancer to another. It's one beginner dancer to another. It's one trying to really take your passion serious person from one to another. These things changed my life. These habits changed my life as a dancer. And these things also can apply to anybody who is doing anything athletic wise, or anything as far as like gymnastics or cheer. So dance, gymnastics, and cheer, they mostly apply to. But if you are a person, just an athlete in general, or someone who works out, these things can apply to you too as well. But again, as a dancer, these things have changed my life and changed the way that I see dance, changed the way, I'm not even going to say change, evolved the way that I look at dance, evolved the way that I think about dance, the attitude I have, the effort I put in, and all that, right? And these things overall have made me a better dancer. Now, this is the start to the beginning of a list. I have multiple things to say, more than this one, but these 3 are the ones that I plan on starting with, and then I'll come back with some more videos. I also already did a video on how to become a better dancer in 6 months, so definitely check that out and see what you can gain from that video. As always, I've always had my handy dandy book, and come back to light, and I write all my ideas in here, right? So if I ever catch anybody with this book, it'll be a problem. So the first thing that I have on my list is be a sponge in practice. Now, some of you may say, be a sponge? Be a sponge. Be a sponge? What do you mean? Well, what I mean is, when I say be a sponge, is absorb everything that you can. Take every chance that you can, okay? Try different styles of dance, or if you're a gymnast, try different gymnast like type tricks, or try taking a class from someone else, go to a different gym, get a different trainer. Or if you cheer, right, try to do something different to improve your like herkies or your toe touches or something like that. Try a different type of cheer, because there's different types of cheering. But as a dancer, right, try different things. That means try salsa, try swing dance, try tap, try hip hop, right? And these things, being a well-rounded dancer will help you, even if you say to yourself, I only want to dance jazz, right? Being a person that reached out and learned technique in ballet and learned ballet, right, is going to help you become a better jazz dancer. So absorb as much as you can. Or for example, in my summer school, we're doing different clubs and stuff like that. And one of the clubs that one of the ladies did is salsa dancing. I was like, okay, I want to learn salsa, and she in there teaching them already, so why not go in there and absorb that information? Because overall, salsa is a very sexy dance, and honestly, that's going to give me more body confidence. That's going to give me more sway in my hips, right? So overall, that's going to make me a better dancer. Absorb as much as you can. When you're in class and you're taking classes from someone, and if you ever get the chance to take classes from someone, or if you're learning on YouTube, like I always say, YouTube has so many great tutorials too. It is not even funny. So absorb as much as you can, whether you're watching a YouTube video or you're in class. Literally sit there, ask your teacher questions, practice over and over again. Pause the YouTube video and keep doing that same thing over and over again. So really take heed. Sometimes, like, even when I'm watching YouTube videos, I write down notes, you know what I mean? Or I go back into Google after I learn something new and do like some research on it, on like how I could do it better or where it originated from, so I can really get the real thing on how I should be doing it, right? How can I absorb it? So really take heed to that and do as much as you can as far as being a sponge and absorbing. And then as far as practicing, okay, y'all, I tell y'all, when I'm in the kitchen cooking, I'm doing like Shanae's in the kitchen. I'm doing pirouettes in the kitchen, right? Because I'm practicing those things. When I'm like walking to the living room from my kitchen, I always am doing like leaps and stuff like that, right? So practice when you can. When, like, you know how people go to the gym like 3 to 5 times a week, like 2 of those days, take those times to dedicate those to dance, on working on your flexibility, on stretching your inner thighs, or using only your hip to turn and all that type stuff. It's just so many things, but literally consistently practice, right? Even when it comes to your posture, sometimes when I kept myself slouching, I take my hands and I'm constantly doing like this because I want to fix my posture, because I'm doing ballet right now, right? And when you do ballet, your posture is great, right? So any chance you get to think about it and to work on it, continue to practice it, because it's going to make you a better dancer. It's going to make you a better dancer. So you got to do it. 2. Number 2. Stretch and warm up. Please. Stretch and warm up. Before you stretch, warm up your body by doing like jumping jacks in place, or like doing a lap or 2. Like, you want to keep your body warm before you even practice doing dance movements or practice doing any type of movement. You want to warm up your body. Your body needs to warm up, because if you don't, you can definitely injure yourself, pull something, or like tear something because you didn't simply stretch. Okay, so make sure you warm up your body, right? And then when it comes to stretching, make sure that you stretch as much as you can. And I'm preaching to the choir, because y'all, I don't stretch as much as I should. And honestly, it's because I just don't think about it. Like, we don't think about it, right? But the more you stretch, okay, number 1, it's going to make your movements look better. It's going to make your flexibility better, right? And it's going to keep your muscles and your joints and your bones in good contact and in good health, because like your body needs that, right? And sometimes our muscles can get super tight from doing so many different things and stuff. So really stretching and rolling those muscles out will be good for us. Also, stretching releases, right? It releases some of that stress, releases some of that tension, and it relaxes your body, right? So your body is prepared. Stretching and warming up prepares your body, and stretching and warming up repairs your body, okay? So make sure that you're constantly warming up and you're constantly stretching. Every time you get ready to dance, before you dance, after you dance, and before you go to bed, and when you wake up, make sure you do it. You have to do it. And I promise you, you will see your movements get a whole lot better. And when it comes to your fluidity and your flexibility, you will see that increase and that get better. So you definitely don't want to leave that out. You know, you want to incorporate that in your daily routine. Make that your weekly routine. And last but not least, which I feel like a lot of us need help with, but we constantly struggle to actually get it done, right? But I feel like it's something that we often struggle with, and that is doing it full out, right? And finishing your moves, or anything that you're doing, right? We constantly struggle from that. So we in our mind, right, feel our body doing a certain thing, right? So I'm like, oh, I'm going here, right? I'm doing this. But in reality, I should be doing this, right? My whole arm should be all the way up, but I'm like boom and boom, but I really should be boom and boom, right? That's called doing it full out. Make sure, and my teacher is really big on this, he'd be like, let's do it again, let's make it bigger, because when you do it bigger, it looks better and it looks like you know more of what you're doing, and it looks more crisper, you can see the lines better and everything like that. So make sure that every time you do a performance, whether you practicing it, you just learned a tutorial off of TV, or you actually doing a show, or you doing like a video that you posting on Instagram or something like that, make sure that you're doing it full out. I often post my videos on Instagram and I'm like, oh my god, I definitely could have did that more full out. You know what I mean? So definitely make sure you're doing it full out. Now, as far as cutting off moves, I honestly have a bigger problem with cutting off moves than I do doing it full out, just because like that's my issue. I see myself do that all the time. So when I'm supposed to go here and here and here and here, right, I'm like cutting, I'm on here, like, right, my arm is stopping halfway through the move to get back to the other side instead of fully punching that move out. And when you cut those moves off, it kind of A, messes up your crisp, like how crisp you are. B, it messes up your fluidity. And C, it messes up like the look of the dance. It kind of look like you're just kind of like going through it instead of like, oh, I know what I'm doing, right? And I'm hitting every beat that I can. I'm hitting every movement that I can. I'm hitting every fourth count that I can, or every eighth count that I can. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that you're doing it full out and you're giving it with a big smile, and make sure that you're not cutting your moves off, because it just, when you don't do it full out, first of all, sometimes you just don't look like you want to be there, or you look like you just low in confidence, and we don't want to look low in confidence. We want to look like we have confidence. And two, you want to not cut off your moves because you want your dance to be the best dance that it can possibly be, and you want to finish every move because you want to look like you know what you're doing and you actually learned your moves and you practice your moves and you got your life together. And that's on period. Y'all, if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and make sure you tap that notification bell so you can be notified every time your girl upload. And remember, be humble, be inspiring, be kind, y'all, and don't forget to shine. I see y'all on the next one. Peace. No, for real, I see y'all on the next one. I cannot wait. Please give this video a thumbs up. Bye.